While it's hard to imagine today, in the future, digital currencies will fundamentally change the way we pay for things, whether I'm buying a cup of coffee or shipping goods around the world.
As Romain said, there's a lot of news today, among other things, that Ripple decision. Everybody's been waiting for it in this area. And I would say it's sort of Solomonic. I mean, sort of, there's something for everybody. Explain that decision and whether you think it makes sense.
The SEC clearly lost as a matter of law, and the judge wrote, XRP is not a security, as a kind of intrinsic thing. Sales through exchanges, not a security. When it's used for compensation, not a security. When it's used for incentives around the overall XRP ecosystem, not a security.
For those cash, they want no cryptocurrency.
Okay, let's pivot now. So at the same time that this Celsius news is coming in, we also just got a ruling in the SEC Ripple case. What's the significance of this?
We're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest Subline star in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.26 trillion, up about 1.1% in the past 24. We got BTC's dominance at 46.7, ETH 18.4. We got XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 72 cents, up 53% in the past 7 days. Stellar XLM 12.13 cents. BTC 30,328. We got ETH right around 19 hundo. We got Flare Networks right around 0.014, up about 2.2 in the past 24. Songbird 006, XLIST 00096, Expector at a nickel, ELS 0026, EQ 0.046, Casino Coin 00014,867. Quick announcement to kick things off here. Tomorrow I'll be joining NFTempo Summer Sundays music battle, 2 p.m. Eastern, 32 artists, you decide. Plus they're going to be having some XFT giveaways. Summer Sunday music battle, I will be dropping an exclusive track that's just been released over on NFTempo. There will be 50 available today if you want to pick one up, and another 50 available tomorrow. Exclusive Genesis track dropped on NFTempo. There will be 100 available in this collection. Also, each NFT will be airdrop 1,000 XFT. So if you pick one up, make sure to set the trust line. Links will be down below. We are not done. Here goes a sneak peek.
We are not done, just having some fun. Just getting started, the flip of the switch, and you thought you could short it. Burning the escrow, now there's been a shortage.
Brand new exclusive track, never heard before, now live on NFTempo. There will be 50 available today. Links down below if you want to pick one up. We are not done. We're just getting started. We got Watch Your Guru to kick things off today. Weekly recap. 1. U.S. judge rules Ripple XRP not a security. 2. U.S. inflation falls 3% lower than expectations. 3. Europe to launch the first spot Bitcoin ETF this month. 4. Former SEC chairman says spot Bitcoin ETF should be approved. 5. Coinbase relist the standard XRP. 6. $9 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO says crypto will transcend international currencies due to global demand. 7. SEC acknowledges BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF application. They also acknowledged Fidelity, Van Eck, Bank of America ordered to pay $250 million for charging illegal fees. BYOB at number 10. Australian Securities and Exchange receives its first spot Bitcoin ETF application. Welcome to the mass adoption of cryptocurrencies, XRP. And we got Charles Gasparino breaking. SEC Gov declines to comment on whether the agency will appeal the Ripple decision on the legality of XRP. Stay tuned. They don't want a second beatdown. Bring it on. We got Chris Garner-Carlo, who also said XRP is not a security. Says Jeremy Allure is right. We need stablecoin legislation to keep the dollar at the center of the digital future of global commerce. But law must not allow politicians to deny digital trade with lawful but politically disfavored business.
What does a cup of coffee have to do with the future of the global economy? While it's hard to imagine today, in the future, digital currencies will fundamentally change the way we pay for things, whether I'm buying a cup of coffee or shipping goods around the world. If you think back to 1998 with dial-up internet, could we imagine that in 10 years we'd have instant access to all of the world's knowledge? Or 10 years after that there'd be billions of broadband-connected smartphones with AIs mediating real-time human translation, enabling rich media and communications, coordinating human commerce with extraordinary velocity? And yet today, to send money, whether across the table or across the planet, takes days, and there are often high fees, which amount to a nearly $1 trillion tax on the global economy, impacting mom and pop shops like this one, as well as the largest businesses in the world. In the next 10 years, digital currencies will transform the global economic system as they become usable by billions of people to safely and seamlessly transfer money to anyone with a phone for fractions of a penny, instantly, anywhere in the world. The strength of the dollar translates to value for American families. The faster that money can move in the world, the more economic growth that can happen. But in today's global economy, the dollar's position of strength is under threat. Competition for what money gets used on the internet is increasing. The real question is whether global commerce will happen in digital dollars or digital euros or yuan. And the United States has a choice to make. Does it want dollars to be the foundation of currency on the internet, or do we want to let other countries lead the way? If there's one thing that's certain, is that we always underestimate the ultimate impact of technology. If the dollar is to remain the world's reserve currency, if America is to lead the world economy for the next 10 years and beyond, then we need to build trust in digital dollars and regulate stablecoins today.
XRP fixes this, and now we have clarity. Go ahead and throw it on the XRP ledger. Faster, cheaper, more efficient, no more middlemen, good for the planet, carbon neutral 2028. We got digital asset investor Timothy Massad, former CFTC, weighs in on the Ripple decision.
As Romain said, there's a lot of news today, among other things, that Ripple decision. Everybody's been waiting for it in this area. And I would say it's sort of Solomonic. I mean, sort of, there's something for everybody. Explain that decision and whether you think it makes sense to say sometimes XRP is a security, sometimes it's not.
Well, we're still sort of waiting for the full opinion, or at least I haven't seen it yet. But from what I have read, the judge decided for Ripple on some very important claims and therefore ruled in favor of its summary judgment motion, but allowed some of the SEC's claims to go forward. I think the key issue here is how does it end up interpreting the Howey test overall? You may recall the Howey test is what we use to determine whether a crypto token is a security. And it sounds like the judge leaned more into sort of Ripple's camp than the SEC's, in the sense that it appears to say that unless the arrangement really created some post-sale rights and obligations between the parties, then maybe it's not a security. Now, again, we sort of have to analyze the full decision to really make sure of that, because the judge did allow the claims on the institutional sales to go forward. The institutional sales had a lot more optics and color around them that looked like normal security sales, whereas the retail sales, the programmatic sales did not. So we'll have to wait to see.
Yeah, important. We have to wait and see. Fair point. There's a little irony, at least in the initial reports, that it's the institutional people that need protection and the retail people don't need protection. But let me ask you whether the markets you think might be getting it right, because XRP, the token, zoomed up. Last time I checked, it was 27% up. Do you think the markets got this right?
Yeah, I mean, it did, as did some other tokens. So again, if the judge basically interpreted the Howey test in a more conservative way than what the SEC was arguing, then it is very significant. But look, it's still not going to resolve some of the basic issues we have of how do we regulate this industry. And that's kind of what I've been arguing all along. We've been too bogged down in these questions of, is it a security, is it not a security, that have prevented us from putting in place some reasonable standards to protect investors, but also to encourage innovation.
Gary, you still there? We got Charles Gasparino being a sore loser here. He says, sorry, it's so strange that Brad Garland House, Stuart Alderati aren't doing a victory lap after the Ripple XRP ruling. Makes no sense that they're not doing a victory lap but the victory lap has already started. This is a win for Ripple. It's also a win for the entire crypto industry.
The SEC clearly lost as a matter of law, and the judge wrote, XRP is not a security, as a kind of intrinsic thing. In certain circumstances, which is kind of a narrow definition around institutional sales, it could be a security. This is a win for Ripple. It's also a win for the entire crypto industry. And I think that's why you saw the crypto industry react so positively over the last 24 hours.
Charles, you still there? We got Mr. Intuitive says, Dear Fox Business, Charles Gasparino, Eleanor Terrett, instead of whining that Brad Garland House went on CNBC, why don't y'all think and reflect how Charles Gasparino handles himself in interviews? Now there's no room for error and no time for Gasparino to mislead listeners. Charles Gasparino responded and said, hey, to break it to the XRP pumpers, Ripple will be paying money on the part of the case it lost, plus there isn't a securities lawyer I've interviewed who thinks the part they won stands on appeal. Meanwhile, Brad Garland House on the victory lap, XRP is not a security.
In some ways, it's ironic. You know, the mission statement of the United States Securities Exchange Commission is to protect investors. They went after Ripple, suggesting that, you know, all kinds of things, everything we were doing was selling an unregistered security. And the judge really very clearly said, you know, sales through exchanges, not a security. When it's used for compensation, not a security. When it's used for incentives around the overall XRP ecosystem, not a security. So, you know, we have already moved a lot of our activity, and frankly, 95% of our customers are non-US. So a lot of our activity has been outside the US jurisdiction because that's where our customer demand is. But I think that's where the US is losing. And I think what the SEC has been trying to do is to put power and politics over what is really just sound policy and providing clear rules of the road such that entrepreneurs and investors can participate in this amazing new market around crypto and blockchain technologies.
Gary, Charles, you still there? Tucker, are you concerned about central bank digital currencies? DeSantos, they want to get rid of cash. They want no cryptocurrency.
How concerned are you that in the wake of whatever the next economic disruption that we're going to face is, and everyone kind of feels like maybe there's something coming, that will...
Percent agree we don't really need CBDCs. It all should be on an open public ledger. We got digital asset investor, one of my guilty pleasures, watching depressed BTC maxis downplay the significance of XRP being the only digital asset with legal clarity.
Okay, let's pivot now. So at the same time that this Celsius news is coming in, we also just got a ruling in the SEC Ripple case. What's the significance of this?
Yeah, so in my understanding, this is actually rulings on requests for summary judgment from both sides. So it actually doesn't mean that there won't be full in-court trial litigation of these claims. What was granted, I believe, was the SEC's claim that the Ripple's sales directly to investors constituted the sale of securities. That was granted, so that summary judgment did pass. It looks like there was not a summary judgment passed on programmatic sales of Ripple, of their XRP token owned by Ripple through exchanges, because that was not them selling directly from the company to the investor. It was intermediated by exchanges. So
ETH maxis, BTC maxis. Charles, feeling a little salty there. You got Panos. You can have your own opinion, but not your own facts. XRP is not and can never itself be a security. XRP ledger decentralized with hundreds of nodes and projects worldwide. XRP is deflationary and no more can be created. Believing otherwise makes you delusional. We got XLIST. It's Saturday, 15th of July, and XRP is the only crypto in the US with legal clarity, and it's not a security. When will the institution start adoption? Bitcoin and Ethereum have no legal clarity. XRP's coming. Big question is, will the SEC Gov reimburse the over $15 billion that was wiped from investors in XRP when it sued Ripple December 2020? $15 billion. SEC Gov are supposedly meant to protect investors, but they damaged them and lied that the XRP was a security for 2.5 years. Damaged and held back the whole industry. Positive thing is XRP now does have legal status in a court that is not a security, so glad we stuck through and got the W. Dark Defender says acceptance is bliss. Just step back and accept. Ripple XRP had a huge win for the entire space. XRP is now the only crypto asset having regulatory clarity. XRP holders, the XRP community not looking so crazy now. Simple to the ones who still don't see it and admit. Flare drop number 5 is now live and can be claimed. Wrapped by all wrap flare holders. 5 down, 31 to go. Flare drop number 5 now available to claim. We got expert projects a 2,400% XRP rise to $18 based on XRP dips and pumps. If this pattern continues to play out for XRP, we have a dip to 52 cents, followed by a pump to $4.30, dip to $1.60, pump to $7.40, dip to $6, then pump to $18, then Goblin Town. It's been accurate so far. Let's see if it continues. XRP setting up that next parabolic SEC base melting pump. Got another one from Dark Defender. Despite every challenge, XRP is following our positive technical path. Charts are always ahead of the news. XRP touched her final resistance at 0.8917. Please look at the chart and see how precisely we define the 0.8917, including the date it occurred. Breaking 89 cents will give us $1.73, $3.39 in the short term, and $30 is now a mid short term target. Short term resistance is 89 cents, 133, 173, 339, supports 55.39. There are no emotions, but facts. Remember, fact is when you grab your morning night coffee, check your XRP chart, you feel satisfied. Enjoy your days and nights, friend. XRP setting up that next parabolic move. And we got JD757 XRP versus BTC broke out from the green box. Glad we loaded up more within the orange box, but I'm now more interested in the 2.5-year trend line, the yellow trend line. If we break out from the trend line with another confirmation candle, I will be all in for the next impulsive move up. XRP. XRP crypto midterm targets 85 cents, $1.55, $6.40. The most optimal strategy for XRP to achieve a weekly close with a strong candle body above the fib 0.5, 75 cents. This achievement would invalidate the notion of a relief rally or automatic rally, instead confirming it as a continuation pattern that completes wave 1. A subsequent correction will pave the way for wave 3, propelling us to $2.80. And we got Blockchain Backer. It says it's hard not to wear a tinfoil hat. Every time something like this happens, it still blows my mind. He's talking about this parabolic 3 moonshot push back in 2017, 2018 bull run, this first initial move for XRP, which got things started. And as if you can see here, it rose about 100%. Then about 9 days later, another 642%. And then it took another 43 days for XRP to reach this top at around 44 cents. And then we had about 6 months of sideways action. But if we take a look at this initial push here for XRP, rose about 100%, and we line this move up with our current move for XRP. You can see how perfectly this matches up with the move we just had with XRP gaining clarity. XRP rose up to about 95 cents, which is about 100%. The same thing it did here in the initial push to this 3 moonshot push for XRP. 70,000% gains followed right after that. Once again, as you can see here, this initial push of 100%. Then 9 days later, we had another 642% rise. And then 43 days later, another 1,300%. And then 205 days later, the complete of Moonshot 3 for XRP, another 2,300% gains. From the top to the bottom, about 70,000% gains. XRP setting up that next SEC base melting pump. Once again, similar movement in the previous bull run to our current cycle for XRP. And we just had this first initial push. Will XRP repeat history as it did in the previous cycle? Melt off faces, shock and awe. XRP, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out, we won, they lost. Bagman and bag ladies, the victory lap continues. Where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses breaks open and XRP's true price is finally set free? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own banks, bring your own billions. Peace out. Crypto Ghost.
We are not not done, just having some fun. Just getting started, the flip of the switch and you thought you could short it. Burning the escrow, now there's been a shortage. So many digits, now you can't afford it. We up in the sky, price jumping like Jordan. Can't have enough bags, all we do was hoard it. We saw, you probably sell a few organs. So many accounts, threw away all my ledgers. We hold the keys, we hold the treasures. Get off them exchanges and BYOB. Surf on the waves, don't get caught in the weeds. And we finally blow, we financially free. We throwing a party, we waking the sheep. We all go and ghost to the islands we fleet. We cannot die, we all in a G. Hey.